Hey everybody! Halloween is just around the corner, and you know what that means? It's the perfect time to get spooky. We're diving into the deep end of spooky with a spiritual twist. Get ready to have your mind blown, your spine tingled, and maybe, just maybe, encounter a ghost or two along the way. All right, let's kick things off in Salem, Massachusetts. This place is basically Halloween Town in real life. You know the Salem witch trials from history class? Yeah, that happened here. Think about it. Hundreds of years ago, innocent people, mostly women, were accused of witchcraft. They were judged, condemned, and some even met a tragic end. Visit the Witch House, the only remaining structure directly connected to the trials. Or check out the Salem Witch Museum for a deep dive into the hysteria and tragedy of that era. And hey, if you're feeling brave, book a ghost tour. Who knows, you might even catch a glimpse of a spectral cat. Next up, we're heading down south to the one and only New Orleans, Louisiana. This city is like a gumbo, a delicious mix of cultures, history, and a whole lot of spooky vibes. We're talking voodoo, ghosts, vampires, you name it, they got it. Head to the New Orleans Historic Voodoo Museum to learn about its history and practices, or book a walking tour through the French Quarter, where you might just bump into a voodoo queen or two. Don't forget about the cemeteries. New Orleans is known for its above-ground cemeteries because, well, they're below sea level. The most famous is St. Louis Cemetery No. 1, the final resting place of Voodoo Queen Marie Laveau. Legend has it, she still grants wishes to those who leave offerings at her tomb. Whether you're looking to learn about voodoo, encounter a ghost, or just soak up the spooky atmosphere, New Orleans will leave you spellbound. Savannah, Georgia is our next stop, and let me tell you, this southern belle has a dark side. Known for its antebellum architecture, charming squares, and yeah, tons of ghost stories. Savannah is practically built on top of its own history, which, as you can imagine, makes for some restless spirits. Take a stroll down Factor's Walk, a waterfront area with a dark past. It's said to be one of the most haunted spots in Savannah, with stories of pirates, shipwrecks, and tragic accidents. Or visit the Moon River Brewing Company, housed in one of the oldest buildings in Savannah. It's said to be haunted by multiple spirits, including a former brewmaster who likes to mess with the equipment. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, there's no denying that Savannah has a certain spooky charm that's hard to resist. Okay, so we're switching gears a bit and heading to Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. Gettysburg was the site of one of the most pivotal battles of the Civil War, and the echoes of that conflict still resonate today. Imagine thousands of soldiers clashing on this very ground, fighting for their lives, their beliefs. The sheer magnitude of loss is staggering. It's no wonder that Gettysburg is considered one of the most haunted places in America. Walk through the Gettysburg battlefield and feel the weight of history. Visit the Devil's Den, where some of the most intense fighting took place, and see if you can sense the lingering energy of the fallen. Or visit the Jenny Wade House, the only home in Gettysburg occupied by civilians during the battle. From battlefields to vortexes, we're heading west to Sedona, Arizona. This place is like a giant energy drink for your soul, known for its stunning red rock formations and powerful spiritual energy. Sedona is all about good vibes and connecting with something bigger than yourself. The highlight of Sedona is its vortexes, swirling centers of energy that are said to have healing and transformative powers. Visit popular vortex sites like Bell Rock, Cathedral Butte, or Airport Mesa, and feel the energy for yourself. Another must-visit is the Chapel of the Holy Cross. This architectural marvel is built into the side of a red rock cliff and offers breathtaking views of the surrounding landscape. Next up, we're sailing over to Alcatraz Island. This place needs no introduction. It's basically synonymous with infamous prison. For almost 30 years, it housed some of the most notorious criminals in American history. Now imagine being stuck on this desolate rock, surrounded by freezing water and the ghosts of your past. It's no wonder that Alcatraz is considered one of the most haunted places in America. Take a night tour of the island if you dare. Walk the halls of the cell blocks, where prisoners once spent years in solitary confinement. One of the most haunted spots is Cell 14D, where an inmate claimed to be terrorized by a creature with glowing eyes. Get ready to step back in time as we visit St. Augustine, Florida, the oldest city in the United States. Founded in 1565 by Spanish explorers, this place is overflowing with history, charm, and of course, ghost stories. From ancient cemeteries to haunted hotels, St. Augustine has something to spook everyone. Visit the Castillo de San Marcos, a 17th century Spanish fort that has witnessed centuries of conflict and bloodshed. It's said to be haunted by Spanish soldiers, Native American warriors, and even a few former prisoners. Take a tour, explore the dungeons, and see if you can spot any shadowy figures lurking in the shadows. Another must-visit is the St. Augustine Lighthouse and Maritime Museum. Climb to the top of the lighthouse for stunning views of the city. But be warned, the lighthouse is said to be haunted by the ghosts of two young girls who died tragically on the property. And if you're looking for a truly spooky experience, book a ghost tour. St. Augustine has no shortage of haunted locations. The guides will regale you with tales of pirates, shipwrecks, and restless spirits. Happy haunting. Get ready for a chilling stay at the Stanley Hotel in Estes Park, Colorado. This grand dame of a hotel is not just any hotel. It's the very place that inspired Stephen King's iconic horror novel, The Shining. He and his wife, Tabitha, were the only guests at the hotel back in 1974. They stayed in room 217, which is said to be one of the most haunted rooms in the hotel. King reportedly had a nightmare that inspired the entire novel. Today you can book room 217 if you dare, but be warned. Guests have reported strange noises, flickering lights, and even the feeling of being watched. Take a ghost tour. Visit the music room where a former housekeeper is said to play the piano, or just wander the halls and listen for any disembodied laughter or children playing. Get ready to enter a world of solitary confinement and despair as we explore Eastern State Penitentiary in Philadelphia. This former prison, once the most expensive and famous in the world, is now a haunting reminder of a bygone era of punishment. Opened in 1829, Eastern State was designed to inspire penitence, or regret, in its inmates through solitary confinement. The isolation and harsh conditions drove many inmates mad, and it's said that their spirits still linger within the prison walls. Take a tour and walk through Cell Block 12, one of the most active areas for paranormal activity. Or visit Al Capone's cell, where the notorious gangster claimed to be haunted by the ghost of Jimmy, a fellow inmate he had killed. Last but not least, we arrive at the Winchester Mystery House in San Jose, California. This architectural oddity is a labyrinth of staircases that lead nowhere, doors that open to walls, and windows that overlook other rooms. The story goes like this. Sarah Winchester, heiress to the Winchester rifle fortune, was convinced that she was cursed by the spirits of those killed by her family's guns. She believed that the only way to appease the spirits was to continuously build onto her home, creating a confusing and ever-changing structure that would confuse the spirits and prevent them from harming her. For over 38 years, construction continued 24/7, resulting in the bizarre and fascinating house we see today. Take a tour and explore the house's 160 rooms, including the seance room where Sarah Winchester reportedly communicated with spirits. So there you have it, folks, my top 10 spooky spiritual destinations for an unforgettable Halloween. From the witchy streets of Salem to the vortexes of Sedona, these places will ignite your imagination, send shivers down your spine, and leave you with a newfound appreciation for the mysteries of the universe. Happy haunting! Please drop a comment about your favorite spooky spot below. Thanks for watching.